I want to talk today about the four bodies because I realized in your journey of transformation that if you just do meditation, that's great, but then you're not looking at the other parts of yourself, the emotional and mental part of yourself. So through my studies, I realized that we had four bodies. We have the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And those four bodies need to be connected to each other and resonate with each other so that you can have a total life shift transformation. So for instance, I did an extensive amount of Tibetan meditation, extensive, from 6 o'clock in the morning till 10 at night in a hut in the woods where I saw a human for 1 hour during lunch and for weeks on end. Mindfulness 45 years ago. And I realized that when I got back into the city, it really didn't help me as much as I thought it was going to, because I was hit with all the emotional issues and show business and auditioning and everything like that. So then I went and I studied primal therapy and bioenergetics, and I realized that there was a lot of emotional stuff that was inside of me that needed to be released. And that connected to the physical and emotional body. And then I came across something called concept therapy through a singing teacher of mine, Gally Campy, and she introduced me to this wonderful concept therapy teaching by Thurman Fleet, which said thoughts are things. And I realized that the mind had a lot to do with how we perceive things. So in my book, Life Shift, Let Go and Live Your Dream, I talk about the four bodies and how we have to get to the physical and the emotional, which are the most densest, release the toxic, negative imprints that have happened to us from when we were children, even as far as in the womb. I've had sessions where people have been working to life shift their feelings of worthlessness, failure, anxiety, only to find that it happened to them in the womb. Because for 18 months, from the time you're conceived to 18 months till you come out, you are picking up the feelings of the mother. And the baby translates that as their feelings. So how many of you out there are run by your subconscious traumatic imprints that say, no, you're not good enough, you'll never be, successful, always get rejected, and on and on and on. Most of us, because 90% of how we function is from our subconscious belief systems. So you have to find out what that is. And in my sessions, I can read where you're going and what happens at what age that is still imprinted there. And once you understand that, you breathe through it, you release it, and then you move into your mental, which is, okay, how are we going to reframe that into a different belief system so that we feel that we deserve to receive, that we are loved, and that wonderful, magnificent things can happen to us. And once we retrack that pathway in the brain to be into a positive track, then the emotional and the physical and the mental connect. And when we connect and everything is in alignment together, then the spiritual energy, which can come down and actually help us lift our consciousness, opens up to the gateway of superconsciousness. And so the field of love where all things are possible, we can tap into. So it's great if you want to say affirmations, but it's like putting paint on a wall where there is oil on the wall. It eventually comes through. So if you're saying, I love myself and I'm wonderful and everything is open to me and it's an abundant universe, but your subconscious is not believing it, there's going to be a conflict inside of you. So we're here to release the conflict, get everyone in alignment, get your four bodies totally stacked up, resonating to your higher spiritual self, and then opening up to your gateway to superconsciousness where all things are possible. And that's one of the secrets that I work with in my life shifting sessions and in seminars with large groups of people, and also in Skype. So join me with Alita St. James in bed as we continue to find out different secrets of transformation that I've learned throughout the years.